and action. Yeah, you guys know, just like everybody else on the internet, we're turning automobiles into studios on wheels. And I want to do my series, Advice for Men, YouTube edition. So it's not gonna be that bad. It's not gonna be like the Rumble edition. But so I'm gonna eat some granola with protein, etc. And I'm gonna eat it with a fork, just because fuck it. But I don't recommend this. It's not great. It's not great. It's okay. I mean, nutrition solid, but flavor, you're killing me, Quaker. But anyway, so this is advice for men, and it's real specific. I just want to talk about one trait that you need to look for in your woman. And this is literally the only trait to really look for in your woman. It's agreeableness. Generally speaking, and Jordan Peterson will agree with this, women are more agreeable than men. If you look at the ocean personality model, where you have openness, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism, the score goes like this. For openness, I would actually, I'd have to look this up, but I would think that men are more open, because openness is kind of like openness to experience. It's more like, yeah, it's definitely gonna be more masculine, because it's a high tolerance for risk, right? Like, men are more adventurous. We're more open to new experiences. We're more open to adventures. That's probably why we want to fuck every type of woman, right? Just to be like open to more experiences. Oops, this might be the Rumble version. But yeah, I mean, where a woman is looking for a better man, a man is looking for more women. So yeah, so I would definitely think that men would score higher in openness. So to tie this into martial arts, like round one, openness is for men. Which is unfortunate. And then conscientiousness definitely leans heavily towards men, because conscientiousness consists of the four subfacets of organization, perfection, diligence, and prudence. Oh my God, I forgot prudence. Wow, I forgot prudence. Ty Lopez would kick my ass. Like, that was his main point on Tom Bilyeu's impact theory. And that's the one part I forgot. But I digress. All masculine shit. Jordan Peterson would talk about order versus chaos. Anything orderly is, falls under conscientiousness. If not for the perfectionism part of it, but for the organization of it. So that's 2 rounds for men. Openness and conscientiousness. And then extroversion, and obviously the opposite is introversion. I believe that falls heavily towards men as well. That's why, there's a lot more peacocking. Well, I don't know. Nowadays, with thought culture and Instagram, women might be more extroverted. No, because doing it on a computer doesn't really count. If a chick walks down the street naked, that's extroversion. If she does it on the internet, there's not as much risk there. So dudes are probably higher in extroversion. Then we have agreeableness. This is an important one. This is what we're talking about. Women are generally higher in agreeableness, which is why they will lose fights verbally, which is why they will avoid confrontation. Because if you can't win a physical fight, you want to be the one who agrees. Right? At a certain point, a woman will be like, okay. right? Just so she doesn't get fucked up. So women are higher in agreeableness also because she needs to basically be a slave to that baby for years. So when the baby cries, a good mom is not going to be like, hey, whatever. Now a great mom would be like, hey, whatever, because they would tell by the type of cry what it's for and whether or not dealing with it is appropriate. But that's nuance. That's a great mom. She has nuance. A good mom, she's going to pick a baby up every time it goes, eh. But what you're doing is you're agreeing, right? You're saying, I'll get on your program, baby. You'll follow the baby. You'll submit to the baby. And submission is agreeableness. It's literally saying yes, right? Or more importantly, it's following. And if a man is doing his job, he's a leader. Think about his traits. He's open to new experiences. He's very conscientious. He's more extroverted. That makes him the leader. That puts the woman in the following position because the women own the two last traits, which is agreeableness and neuroticism. Because, women are more prone to stress because life is riskier for women. Life is risky for men in exciting and dangerous ways, but it's systemically riskier for women. Like the threat of me getting my ass kicked is very real because men want to fight, but the likelihood of a man hurting me the way he could hurt a woman is 0%, right? She's more vulnerable. I don't care how tough she is. So she needs to worry about that more. Now, I say that to say this. Since they have neuroticism, which is, freaking out about stuff, or responding to babies and noises downstairs, and agreeableness, that's good, very good. It's very feminine, it's very useful for maintaining inside the dwelling, inside the house. The woman is supposed to take care of the inside of the house because she's more prone to detect the problems, and that's where the fucking kids are. But in order to do that right, she's only got two traits, that's better than the men's. That's agreeableness and neuroticism. Agreeableness is what you need. You're going to get neuroticism. She's going to complain because she's more sensitive to problems than you are. All of her senses are better than yours. She can hear better than you. She can see better than you. She can damn sure smell better than you. So if you think that bitch isn't on your body scent-wise because you took a shower, you're wrong. That's why you men are getting out there getting caught cheating, because you're fucking these bitches and then you're thinking a little Dove body wash is going to get rid of it. It's not. Not the Dove is bad body wash, because their men's line is excellent. So, but the point is, women have a higher degree of acuity for all the senses. They can do it all better than us. So if she says she heard something and you didn't hear it, that's very possible. You guys don't hear equally. She hears better than you. Again, she needs to. She needs to hear a baby crying. Or she needs to be worried about an intruder, because that intruder is probably a man. And if it goes to a one-on-one, that's a problem. So you're going to get neuroticism. Default. Agreeableness is what you need. Because in order for you to lead, someone's got to be following you. You can lead yourself. You can follow yourself. You can make your own list of things you'll do and then actually do it. That's following yourself. That's leading yourself. Hell, that's personal development in a nutshell. But if you're going to lead something bigger than yourself, example, a family, you need a follower. You don't need someone who is going to argue your decisions. Because what will happen is you'll get gun shy and you'll be afraid to make decisions because you'll be more concerned with how she's going to feel or what she's going to say than the actual outcome of the decision. We call that whipped. When you're more concerned about what she's going to say and what she feels than the actual outcome of a decision, you're a pussy. Because you need to be obsessed with the outcome of your decisions and making your decision-making power extremely precise. You need to be a great thinker. So when you tell your woman, hey, babe, this is the plan, she need not worry. For two reasons. Number one, you're fucking right. And number two, she trusts you and believes in you. If a woman is not willing to execute your plan, do not be with her. Let me say that again. If a woman is not willing to execute your plan, not the fucking joint plan that you guys collaborate on, that's not to say she doesn't provide input. She must provide input. She must be a part of the planning process. But when it's time to slap the table, when the foot comes down, the decision maker must be you. Because when it goes wrong, the accountability is on you. Is she fucked up? Maybe. But ultimately, the person responsible for any group, even if it's just a couple, is the leader. You get the authority because you need the authority to execute. You don't get the authority because you hit harder. You get the authority because you need it. If my house was on fire and I told my woman, babe, hey, hurry up, get the fuck outside. And I might not have time to explain. If she's gonna sit there and say, why, what for? While she's saying what for, she fucking dies. You understand? I may have given that order with just enough time to execute. I may not have time to fucking explain. Her disobedience is a life and death issue. Your inability and unwillingness to lead is a life and death issue. If you can't make a decision quickly and be open to adjustments, you're not a man. Someone said in leadership, when it comes to making decisions, the leader makes decisions quickly and changes them slowly. The follower makes decisions slowly and then changes them quickly. Right? So you want to be able to make decisions immediately and be willing to adjust it. You pay attention to your decision. It's not fire and forget. You don't just throw your decision and be like, oh, well, I hope that works. No. You make your decision and then you make little micro decisions along the way to adjust it, like a plane flight. Shit ain't a straight line. It's zigzag. But they needed a direction to start from. What are they going to do? Sit on the runway waiting to calculate the perfect angle for 2 hours? When they can get an 80% solution, get the fuck in the sky and fix it later? You got to make decisions quickly. You got to change them slowly. And when I say change them slowly, I mean go from saying I'm doing this to I'm not doing this. I'm not talking about adjustments. Adjustments is how you execute a decision. It's not going back on the decision. It's not changing your mind. It's adjusting the idea. Like they always say, the good idea is the one that you're working on. Because only through execution will you see the opportunities for improvement. You can't think your way through everything. You have to live your way through it. because there's things you will learn through living through it that you cannot project with your foresight, and you cannot perceive it into the future. No matter how good your imagination is, it's still just your fucking imagination. So, if you as a man are going to be making decisions, and making decisions is your fucking job. If you're a man making decisions, I don't care what your profession is. Like for example, for me, I'm a technology guy. But you could be a carpenter, you could be a mechanic, you could be a plumber. I need not know your profession. Your profession is not your job. Your job is making decisions and executing on those decisions. And in order for you to lead a family, you got to do that all the time, because she's waiting on you. If something's not going right in your family, if something's not going well, if it's not moving, if you're not making progress, she's waiting on you. She may not know it consciously. She may not articulate it that way. But doesn't it feel like she's waiting on you when she just keeps complaining? What is she saying? Fix it, fix it, fix it. I'm waiting on you to fix it. Problem solver. Right? The 4 P's. Problem solving, provision, protection, and procreation. In my opinion, there's only the 1 P. Problem solving. Because procreation is the solution for not having enough people. Protection is the solution for danger. And provision is the solution to being broke. So they're all solutions. So in my opinion, there's only 1 P, problem solving. But in order to categorize it, we go by those 4, like Crimson Cure talks about in Father's Time. So she's waiting on you to solve the problems. How are you going to solve the problems if you can't even make a decision? How are you going to execute on a plan when the person that you're supposed to be working with is so combative and disagreeable that she won't even, not only will she not do her part, she will actively try to stop you from doing your part. So that's all I got to say about this before I start repeating myself. But the bottom line is, you need to know what trait to look for in a woman that you're going to keep. That's all. We men, ain't we? Bye for now.